I'm not gonna hide that I'm a long-term investor, and choosing the investments for your future is a very challenging business. So I compiled my long-term investments as a list. It is 4, and I'm gonna have a bonus for you today. So, number 1, crypto. I like crypto because it has a long-term potential, especially Bitcoin has showed a historical upward trend for the past 10 years. I am investing in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum because I believe that they're gonna pay off in the long run. Although there's some volatility nowadays, but always historically they yielded high returns. Why I see future in cryptocurrencies? Well, number 1, it is not only a small investor community, but institutions and government are adopting cryptocurrencies with accelerating trend. So this makes it a more compelling case for cryptocurrencies in the long run. Number 2, there's gonna be only 21 million Bitcoin in the world. It's not gonna be more than that. And anything scarce in the real world and economical world, it is always valuable, just like gold. While number 3, they are decentralized, which means that people can see your transactions and you don't have to rely on the banks to prove the transactions and wait for the transaction times. So you can receive money, you can send money, and you don't have to rely on local banks, which makes it a very good facility. That's why I like cryptocurrencies a lot. To conclude, I believe and bet for the future of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I invest into those. Despite their volatility against fiat currencies like dollar, these assets will always yield return in the long run, in my belief. And I use platforms like Coinbase to buy cryptocurrencies and then transfer them into my cold wallet. That way I keep my coins safe for the futures. Number 2, global equity index funds like US Total and World Total. This is still more traditional way of investing, but I still do them because this is my hedge against the volatility of cryptocurrency. Well, why I do that? Number 1, there is a broad diversification. So if one or some companies in these ETFs fail, I'm gonna be still okay because most of the other companies in those funds will continue to thrive. And the other thing is that they are good for long-term compounding. They have shown historical good performance. And there's low maintenance, only 2 ETFs, and I choose the percentages. For example, I do 70% US total stock and 30% world stock. And that way I have the stability and simplicity. And I'm betting on the global progress and not timing the market. So if the US market wins, I'm gonna win. But if the world progresses because of the geopolitical tensions, US is losing some power against some countries like Russia and China, I'm gonna be still winning. So that way I have a hedge against betting on one region in the world, but I am diversifying geographically. So I like that about investing into these 2 ETFs. Number 3, I invest into skill development. In my job, I always try to learn new skills because staying in the job market means that you have to stay up to date. There is new technology emerging very frequently, and it's a high churning world in the job market, especially in the industry. If you don't develop your skills, then it's gonna be challenging for you to keep up with your peers. And you feel that when you are in the industry. So investing in your skills is very important. In my personal life, I also read books that I think that will improve my personal development, such as I read books, psychology, read fictions to broaden my horizons and then imagination. I also try to learn new video editing skills that will pay off well in the long run when it comes to making better YouTube videos and serve you guys better. So skill development is very, very important. I believe that there is an emotional return on investment for developing skills. I believe that confidence comes from capability, using that capability externally, and getting initial wins. Therefore, continuous skill development is crucial for getting the win in your investments. Number 4, social capital. Well, people, I invest into my reputation by reflecting on how I carry myself around people in the society. Because nobody wants to be around a lunatic. Therefore, I always reflect and try to behave in a way that I can get respect from people. Of course, there are times that I get goofy among my good friends, but you have to calibrate that. You have to learn calibrating these things. It is very, very important. And second of all, I invest in good relationships. It is highly rewarding. For example, to this day, I still contact with my PhD lab mate, Luis. Luis has become a professor in Uruguay after he finished his PhD at Iowa State University. And I really enjoy our friendships. And thanks to our good relationships, I was invited to have a vacation in Uruguay, and I spent 10 days in Uruguay in this January. Plus, Luis has invited me to serve as a co-professor to one of his students. So it's been a good relationship to invest into, and I appreciate his friendship. So I invest in people who energize me, and I invest my own reputation by reflecting on how I behave in the society. And as a bonus, geo-flexibility is very important, guys. I don't want you to be stuck in a place that you don't like living. Therefore, always continue to do research and don't feel stuck. For example, I'm researching about the cities that I would like to live in the future. Alright, we went through my investment strategies that will boom in the future. The one we talk about the cryptocurrencies, we talk about the global equity index as a hedge to crypto. We talk about skill development assets, which is very crucial for you. And we also talk about the social capital, your reputation, and the friendships. These are valuable things. And as a bonus, we talk about the geo-flexibility assets. So please share this video, like this video, and make a comment about what your investment strategies are and what you think about these investment strategies. And we're gonna have a conversation and learn from each other. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Take care.